going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the other day, we went ahead and discussed Microsoft, basically, going through and laying off a ton of their employees across the board when it comes to Activision, Blizzard, so on and so forth. I don't really want to talk about that today because, like I said, I already made a video about it. Today, I want to discuss a little bit deeper into why I am a tad bit concerned with Modern Warfare 3 specifically, not Call of Duty as a whole, but with Modern Warfare 3. We actually got some more specific numbers behind the scenes on what went on. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I think this might be a very bad time for the future of this game. And, how they've been handling it might start to slowly dwindle as time goes on. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. And as well, if you guys want to help out the channel, leave a like. Or even if you hate the video, leave a dislike. Regardless, it all helps out with the algorithm, and it means the absolute world to me. And last but not least, we do stream pretty much daily over on Kick, besides Sundays. But if you guys are interested, that stream usually goes live around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I got a link to that as well as all my other socials down in the description of this video. All right, so as you can see right here from Charlie Intel, these are the numbers or the percentages of people who got cut from each and every team. Sledgehammer Games lost 30% of staff. High Moon Studio lost over 10% of staff. Toys for Bob lost over 30% of staff. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Raven, Solid State Studios, Beanox, and Demonware had many layoffs as well. Every Call of Duty team saw a reduction in staff. How this affects COD in the future is to be determined. Again, today, I don't really want to go ahead and discuss, whether these people, deserve to have their jobs cut or not. Like I said, you guys can go back and see my personal video about that topic. But today, I want to talk about Modern Warfare 3 because honestly, out of all the Call of Duty games I've played in the past 5 years, you guys know my opinion. If you've been watching my channel since, the beta of this game or even for a while now, you know that I really enjoy the gameplay loop of this title. My biggest concerns are the price tag and also the skill-based matchmaking. But when it comes to the gameplay, I think Sledgehammer did a phenomenal job, and I've also been loving how they've been updating the game with live service events. Stuff like, events to get camos, new aftermarket parts. Yeah, they don't always hit, and when they don't hit, I always give my 2 cents and I tell them what they can do and so on and so forth. And surprisingly, they fix the things that are messed up. A lot of these aftermarket parts actually got some significant buffs that make them a lot more enjoyable. Now, are they dominant? Are they meta? Do you, want to use the aftermarket parts over the base gun? I wouldn't say all the time. I would say I still, tend to go back to the base gun because it's more competitive, and with the skill-based matchmaking how it is nowadays, sometimes you need some, competitive weapons. But the aftermarket parts are fun now. They are what they're supposed to be. They're fun, they're quirky, they're interesting, and I don't feel butchered for using them. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to drop nukes probably, maybe if I get a noob enough lobby. But at the end of the day, they are usable without getting absolutely stomped and feeling like, you can't do anything in a match. So yeah, I've been enjoying how Sledgehammer's been handling this game. But man, I have to be honest, I was worried because after the holiday break, they were coming back a little bit slow. They didn't come back with a bang like I expected them to. I really thought they were going to come in full force, really lay it down, get everything fixed up, have tons of communication like they did before they went on holiday break. But it hasn't really been like that, to be honest. It seems like they've been slowly trying to get into the vibes. And realistically, I was waiting for Season 2 to see if they would really come in with like maybe some meta shifts to the weapons, some adjustments to the vests, like the Assassin's vest, for example. A lot of things I was looking forward to. But then seeing that they lost over 30% of their staff, and also me personally, I know some devs behind the scenes who work at Sledgehammer, and trust me, the experience that they went through that day was out of this freaking world. It was absurd. It was honestly, in my opinion, disgusting, the crap that they had to go through. I mean, honestly, a lot of the times when you get, laid off, I think personally, if you're going to do that, you should tell the person. But no, everybody had to come into work. Everybody had to come into work, sit down, knowing that they're going to be let go, not knowing who was going to be let go. And they had to wait until the end of the day to see and find out what is going on. Like, that is just, I mean, come on now. Again, like I said, I know a lot of people say that, the gaming world is oversaturated when it comes to developers and stuff of that sort. Or some people are defending it, saying that they shouldn't be fired. But at the end of the day, that is the worst way of going about it, in my opinion. If you know who's leaving, if you know who you're going to fire, just tell them. You know what I'm saying? Why make them all come in and sit there knowing that something is about to happen? And then, oh, God, I'm just thinking of it, man. That's a nightmare, If I ever get laid off like that, just tell me right out the gate. Just, yeah, you're fired. You're done. But that's off topic. 30% of the staff is gone. And like I said, from what I hear personally from the developers behind the scenes, it was an absolute crap show, and things were not going very well. And even though there's still confidence in the development team, there's still a bit of worry on how they're going to be able to produce as much, post-launch content or make sure everything is polished off, ready to go, launch properly, bug-free. That is where the worries are lying right now, and I agree. I'm a tad bit worried about it as well. If we're going to be honest here, when a game launches, the majority of the team is gone. Yes, they trickle along. They're there for a while. But as time goes on, more and more and more leave to start prepping up for the next game. Whether they're going to go on vacation or they're going to prep for the next game, it's time for them to move on. And basically, the game that you're going to be currently playing for the remainder of the year is going to be held by a skeleton crew. Now, of course, Call of Duty, a skeleton crew for Call of Duty is a lot bigger than a skeleton crew for, different teams. But still, it's a much smaller team working on all of this content that we're dealing with right now. It's why sometimes, updates might be a little bit rough. They might come out late. And honestly, I'll be honest, the small team has been working on Modern Warfare 3 here, has been really doing good with making sure that when something does bust, they're right on. I mean, usually within the next day or even a handful of hours, huge problems are fixed, like the Warzone problem, for example. Even though, let's be real, we should be hyper-focusing it being unacceptable to launch something like that. But we can respect that they stayed up, way past where they should be, working hours, of course, to make sure that it launched properly within the same day going into the next. I can still respect them for that, and they're doing solid. But now with that small team being cut down more, because yes, I'm not just talking about all of Sledge. No, the small team is working on them, they got hit too. A lot of people who are working on this game right now to make sure content is being dropped properly got cut out of the system, okay? They're gone. I can't lie to you guys when I say I'm a tad bit worried. And actually extremely down bad. I have to be real. For once, it's a Call of Duty game that I personally enjoy. The last time I had this much fun playing COD was probably Black Ops Cold War, and that wasn't even, outstanding because the skill-based matchmaking was still absurdly thick. There was still some problems. The game launched in a really bad, again, if you go back and look at all my Black Ops Cold War videos, I might have enjoyed it, but man, all of my videos were rants because it was really bad. The whole sky was stuttering every 5 seconds for me, and that lasted for months. It was a nightmare. So yeah, that was the last time I really had a really enjoyable, time playing a game, gameplay-wise. And here we are, and now it seems that this game might have to be cut a tad bit early. I don't think it's going to be cut, obviously. They have content planned, content promised. They can't just take away seasons. But I'm thinking the quality, it's not about the content actually releasing. No, it's about the quality of that content. I am starting to believe that the quality is going to be a little bit worse than, what we're expecting. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a huge favor and go down in the comment section and let me know what you guys personally think, because that's the whole purpose of putting this video out here. I wanted to share my opinion, but I want to know what the mass majority of you guys are thinking when it comes to Sledgehammer Games getting cut this much. It's a huge portion of people gone from the team right now, including the small team. Do you guys think that they are going to be able to continuously polish off content and put stuff out into this game at a good rate? Or do you think it's going to slow down, communication is going to die out, and, every single update, every single thing that gets introduced is probably going to be bugged more than it usually is? And also the communication as well. We had phenomenal communication before this game launched, especially in the beta phase. And surprisingly enough, that communication actually continued through the launch of the game for the first time ever, because usually once the game launches, both Treyarch and Infinity Ward go radio silent. Developers only really talk with us when it comes to the Call of Duty scene, when it comes to the beta phase or, a little bit before the beta to get people hyped up and all that garbage. But this was the first time that they actually kept going. They literally kept going and were making huge changes, gameplay changes here that no other team would probably do. Even Treyarch, I know we all love Treyarch and stuff like that, but seriously, Treyarch, when they do stuff as well, they stick to their guns. They might change around a few things, but gameplay designs, game design stuff, they usually stick to their guns. Sledgehammer was so open with us, and the communication was phenomenal. I was loving it, and it gave me a little bit of hope to see them communicate for that long. But again, after coming back from the holiday break, it's already been slow enough, and now seeing all these people leaving, do you guys think the communication is going to pick back up, or do you think that we can kind of just kiss that type of communication goodbye? But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. As always, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified for more content just like this. We do indeed post daily at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And just like this video right here, sometimes we double upload at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So of course, like I said, to stay notified, just hit that bell. And last but not least, we don't stream on Sundays, but we do stream every single day besides that day over on Kick. If you guys are interested, that stream goes live around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find the link to that as well as all my other socials like Twitter and Discord down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.